I can't do intros without sounding like a basic YouTuber. I wish it was not as like awkward. Whatever, let's get into it. So today I'm going to do my everyday makeup routine. I'm also going to talk a little bit about my favorite makeup products of all time, like what's worth your money, what you should like buy if you trust my advice, which you should, because my friends do and they love it. So this is at least the makeup routine I do most days. It can like vary between like school and how much energy I have, or if I actually want to do that much makeup or whatever. But this is like my OG like go-to products, steps, and routine. Yeah. I like to go in with a moisturizer if I do my makeup a little bit further out in the day, just to like kickstart it again so it doesn't dry out. My go-to moisturizer right now, I'm trying out the Ultra Repair Cream from First Aid Beauty. It's safe for sensitive skin, which I have. Well, my skin is pretty combination. It's like dry and oily at the same time. And then if I'm like doing something fancy, like really fancy, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. I've used it twice. And it's like a lot of hype behind it, you know? And I think it's pretty good. Is it worth the money? That's debatable. I got the mini size, and this was like, I think, $28. This little guy right here. Do I think you should try it once in your life? Yes. Do I think it should be your go-to product? No. Because that will, at least for me, rip my bank in half. After I do my moisturizer, I go on my next step. I get a lot of questions of how I keep my skin glowing and looking like a silk goddess. You've probably seen the hype and you've probably given in and gotten it. Or you haven't and you should. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have the shade 3 Fair. I put it like on my hind points. It depends if I'm going like classy stuff. I do all my whole face. I don't do my forehead, because that's my breakout point. I use this when I feel like it. I don't use it every day for school because that's like no point of the price for it. But that's definitely one thing I think you should invest in because you will love it. I like to do, especially in the summer. Put it under your makeup, then a little bit of concealer. That's your like foundation base. I've gone to school with this and it makes me like a little bit tan, and my friend goes, "Did you self-tan?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't actually." She's like, "You look like you've gone on vacation." That like melted my heart because that's what I want to look like. My favorite ooh, that was a bougie voice. My favorite concealers right now: the RareBeauty concealer in 180 and the NARS in Custard. These concealers are great, but for different reasons. But I like the RareBeauty one better under my eyes. This one's lighter, while the NARS one is a little bit thicker, but not like thick. So I use that one to cover my like spots and stuff. The RareBeauty one has coverage, but it's a little bit sheer. Like it's a little bit more thin in the consistency. The NARS one is good under your eyes, but I have been loving the RareBeauty one at the moment. Everyday bronzer. I use the Milk Makeup Bronzer Stick in Baked. This is definitely one of my favorite cream bronzers. It blends super easily, super creamy. It's like a bronzy color. Definitely my go-to everyday bronzer. My favorite contour stick is the Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, but I don't use this every day because the price, how good it is, and it's more of a contour. It like has a cooler tone, and that's how I like to look when I want to look extra presentable. But for every day, I love the Milk Makeup Bronzer. My goal for my makeup routine is always looking bronzed, glowing, and enhancing my features that I already have. That's like what I thrive for. I've been loving the RareBeauty blush in the shade Happy. It's so pigmented, it blends nicely, it's creamy, you can put it over powder too. It's a very like pinky shade and you just need one dot. I either use a beauty blender or a brush, and I just kind of blend it like this, focusing on the outer part of my face just so it enhances my cheekbones. I don't have a lot of cheekbones, and it just looks, oh, I love it. A blush I've also been loving for eternity, or like 3 years before I found the RareBeauty one, is the Milk Makeup Blush Stick in Work. This one is still really good. It's an amazing blush. The mini size legit lasted me for 2 years before I got a new one. For powder, I've been loving Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Pressed Powder in the shade Fair. I have like super creasy under eyes, and this does mattify it. Feels like silk. You know what I mean? Another good pressed powder that I've used before, that I used up, is the Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder. But I can tell you, if you want to invest in some makeup, Milk and Charlotte Tilbury is my favorite makeup brands that are a little bit on the pricier side. And then I go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray to just make sure the powder really infuses in my face. I got that! How does that even happen? Next, I do my brows. I use the Benefit Foolproof Brow Powder in the shade 3. I've used this forever, and it is so good. So I just lightly brush them at the end. I think Benefit for brow products has always been my go-to. Mom used to use them a lot, and then I started getting like, my first brow pencil when I got into makeup. I got a Benefit brow kit, and then I remember being like the slayer of brows when I was little. Like, everyone was like, you're so good at brows. I was not. Hey Google, what's the time?
Den 15:34.
Okay. Then I go in with brow gel. I've been loving the Natalie Brow Styling Wax. It just really thickens my brow hairs because my brow hairs are pretty thin. So I brush them like up, and then I let them stay like this for a little bit, and then I go over to my eyes. So I take the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, the iconic bronzer, who hasn't had this in their life, and I just lightly brush over my eyes. And then I take a little bit of this Hoola bronzer and just add a little bit more warmth on my face, and I also like to go like here and up on your cheekbone. And then I love a bronze nose, so I just do kind of like this. For my next step is how I get my glow back. Beauty Light Wand in a Peach Gasm. It's like a highlighter and blush in one. Since it's like a blush, it doesn't have a lot of blush color, but it like youthifies your face. So I do like 2 swipes on my cheeks like this, and as you can see, it's not very like intense blush color as the Pink Gasm one from Charlotte Tilbury. Do this with the sponge, and it just gives back my glow, and it makes me look better. So my go-to liquid highlighter is the Lumene Instant Illuminizer in the shade Rosy Dawn. This is a great liquid highlighter that doesn't have chunks, that melts into your skin and just makes you look glowy. Done with that, I'm gonna shape my brows. Just kind of do like the end. I like to keep the brow fronts kind of fuzzy because my brows are not even. Like, tell me if any of you guys have this. Like, this brow is higher, this one's lower, and they don't grow the same. For eyeliner, you can take any brown to black eyeshadow. I use a brown and then I dab the black. And then I just kind of go, my top eye meets and my bottom eye. I take the angle brush, I just blink. And then you have your line. Then I emphasize it a little bit. And there you have it. I do a pretty like simple wing for school. I realized that's what looks the best and the cleanest. I just think a good brown liner never hurt anyone. I always feel my best. So then I brush out my lashes with just a spoolie. Then I curl my eyelashes with the Tarte eyelash curler. You can get this at Sephora, Sweden. This is the best eyelash curler I've ever used in my entire life of existence. I've tried like 10 different eyelash curlers because I didn't think it would make a difference. And then one of my friends, Breeze, had this eyelash curler and I used it like 3 years ago. And I was like, oh my god, this is the best eyelash curler I've ever used. I ordered it a little bit after that. And since then, never gone back. This is my second one because after 2 years of the other one, it broke. And then I was too lazy to order this one, so I got a cheap one. Didn't work the same, didn't feel the same, wasn't the same. My two favorite mascaras right now, Isadora Nature Enhance Lengthening Mascara and the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Mascara. These two are great together. First, I take the Isadora one and I start on my outer lashes, the length, like so. Now, I take the Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. I go in the root and just push it up while separating them. I do not do my bottom lashes just because I save myself the downgrading look at myself at the end of the day when my bottom lash mascara is on my face and I look like I haven't slept in 3 days. Now I take a like kind of intense highlighter. This is the Colorpop highlighter in Flexeterian. So then I take this on my inner corner, just lightly like that, and then I drag it a little bit under my lower lash line. Yeah, I do love a good inner corner highlighter. You know I love my Charlotte Tilbury lip liners, and I think those are all worth it. If you want to invest in something, you want a good lip liner, those are good. The MAC ones are good, but this one particular lip liner that is amazing, I'll show you. The Inglot Soft Precise Lip Liner in the shade 63. I got this for Christmas and I've been using it nonstop. I bring it everywhere. So good for the price, so good. I do the top, kind of around my cupid's bow a little bit, and I even out my lips because my lips are a little wonky. And then I go down, and then I do my Colorpop Just to Go lip tint, as I use in like every video. I put it like the inside of my lip where I didn't line. I love it. And then I add a lip balm, a lip gloss. I've been loving the Dior lip glow oil. But if you want a cheaper version, a good gloss is, for example, the Isadora lip gloss. The applicator is a little weird, but it's just like a good gloss. I'll show. See? Dior lip products are definitely one of my faves, but they are genuinely good for the price. I'm gonna go do my hair because this isn't really working for me. Okay, so now I did my hair. I haven't brushed it because I need the curls to stay. So this is my everyday makeup. So yeah, that concludes it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Hope this was some way helpful. If you want to see my day to night makeup, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love YouTube so much. Oh, my favorite YouTuber right now, you guys know Axel Weber? He's amazing. He's so funny. He makes my heart happy. And since Emma Chamberlain hasn't posted in a while, I'm watching him and stuff to fill the void. Bye.